Does fiber bother you? Some of you might say, I've got to stay on a low fiber diet. Not always true. There's different types of fiber out there, and we know that different types of fiber do different things in the body. We used to say there's just soluble and insoluble, but I could do a whole nother talk on that, and there's lots of fibers and lots of things, viscosity and permeability and all of these different terms that we know that fibers can contribute to. So maybe looking at the types of fibers you're eating and making some adjustments about how we're consuming them, how much we're taking them in, and how we prepare those fibers so you can better tolerate that for gut health. So those are some things to start considering. Are we taking in a lot of simple or complex carbohydrates? I think some of the prior presenters mentioned a couple of things around some of the symptoms that individuals can experience, particularly after surgery and things. So these are important components too, because some of the food that we eat can also worsen or trigger symptoms throughout the cancer continuum. So if we have a big bowl of ice cream versus something like a bowl of yogurt with some blended fruit, that may look very different how we digest, purely potentially because of the types of carbohydrates and the added sugars in some of those recipes or ingredients that we're taking in. So it's also about the types, again, of carbohydrates. Simple being that those are usually more refined or more from an added sugar component, versus complex being more from a whole grain, whole food, less refined component. So for example, we'll go back to simple being something like a pastry, a donut, ice cream, added sugar and coffee, versus something that's more complex like a fruit, a whole grain, a legume, a potato, something that's coming more from a natural or a whole food side of things. So we may need to play around with how and what types of carbohydrates we're taking in so we can get our energy.